What's up, traders? Welcome back to another trading video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be talking to you guys about my all-time favorite stock and the stock that probably earns the right to say it is my #1 best trade of all time to date. And that is, of course, TSLA. This is Tesla, home of probably the most crazy traders as well as some of the most speculative growth investors. So today we're going to be talking about Tesla, why I bought this stock months ago, how it's done so far, and I'm going to actually show you guys my account that I have owned Tesla in for maybe I think 5 or 6 months now, and we're going to go through the exact details as how much money I'm up or down or whatever, where I got in these shares and so on and so forth. So hopefully you guys can get some sort of lessons out of this video, because this has definitely been a lesson for me on letting winners run for sure, because Tesla has been one of those things that every time it's creeped higher, I'm sure if you've been watching the stock price this year in 2020, it's just gone up and up and up, and people keep saying, you know, this has got to be too overbought, and it just keeps running anyways. So today I'm going to be talking again some of the lessons that I've learned on this Tesla stock purchase, one of the best trades of my trading career so far, and hopefully some lessons that I've learned as well. So stay tuned, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start out with my Robinhood account, which there's a bunch of memes that go around making fun of Robinhood. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I've used Robinhood for years, and so far it's been perfectly fine for me. I don't use this to actively trade very often. In fact, most of the trades or investments that I have here on Robinhood are mostly long-term stocks that I've held for some time, which does include our talking point of the day, which is Tesla. So currently I've got this pulled up. Tesla is trading at $476 a share. Now granted, we just had a stock split where the price was trading around like $2,300 a share, and Tesla stock split for, I think it was it 5 to 1, Will, or 4 to 1?
It was 5 to 1.
So 5 to 1, meaning basically 5 shares for every one that you own. We split the price down the middle there. And so I currently own here now 20 shares of Tesla at an average cost of $127.05, which is just absolutely mind-boggling, because now today...
So Nick is going to be responding to this hilarious comment, or comments, like later on. So what you got?
Yeah, so we were fail. So I got a comment on the last video which made me laugh, and I told Will, and Will and I were laughing about this, so we figured we'd just throw it into this video. So someone hits comments, "You look like you're gonna start measuring and cutting wood planks with that pin on top of your ear." And that made us laugh so hard, because I don't know, man, I don't usually do this, but the one time I did it, somebody comments on it, which was just hilarious. So you made us laugh in the office. Congratulations. Oh God.
It's happening again.
I can't even keep it in there. As I mentioned, trading at $476 per share. So that right now on my Robinhood account is a total net gain of 273.5% gains on my initial investment in Tesla stock. So that is on this account, which, not to flex too hard, is my small account. That sounds terrible. I'm not trying to flex. This has been an account that I've built for years and years and years and deposited to. So no, this didn't come overnight. This was, again, my entire financial career depositing and building this account. So in this account, currently up $6,920 on my one-time purchase of Tesla stock at $127 a share. When I actually bought it, it was like $499, or I think it was like $600 a share on this account that I bought it, which now after the stock split has been converted to $127. I know, a little bit confusing, but it is what it is. And currently, again, up 270% or so here on this particular account. If I scroll down here, you'll actually be able to see this is where I bought in. So you can see I had a market buy of $1,259 purchased, and then I purchased a little bit more at another $1,281 invested. So again, bought these shares at $640 there, you can see, and then on these ones, $629 per share, and that was before the stock split. So that is my Robinhood current situation with this. Now, granted, these Tesla shares are the leading part of my portfolio, the best return on investment. But there are also some other great stocks that I was able to pick up cheap during the virus pandemic crash. There was quite a bit of stocks that went on sale, and fortunately I was able to take some of the capital that I had been storing and buy up some stocks that I really wanted at a cheaper price. Things like Google, Disney, AT&T, XEL, Lyft, IBM, Intel. Some of these have done better than others, but overall they've done very well. You can see in the last 1 month up about $4,672, an 18% gain. In the last 3 months, $6,700 or so overall on this Robinhood portfolio. So now let's go ahead and switch over to the Webull account that I have, which is where I've deposited a little bit more. I initially bought $50,000 worth of stock in the pandemic situation. I decided to buy into some stocks that I wanted to hold for the long term. So let's go ahead and switch over to that, and we will take a look at how that portfolio is doing. So what you can see here is that, again, we've got Tesla pulled up, and in this account, when I first bought Tesla, I allocated 10% of the portfolio value, which was about $5,000, into buying Tesla stock. This was, I think in March is when I bought it. We'll have to check. But I bought $5,000 worth of Tesla stock at this time in this account, thinking that this was probably too much. 10% of your account in one stock, if you ask any of the stock experts out there, is usually considered pretty risky because you're putting a lot of your capital into one particular asset. But Tesla is a company that I personally very much believe in. I have believed in for a long time. I've wanted to own this stock for a long time. Maybe we'll roll a video of when I first wanted to buy it, but didn't when Tesla was trading at $200 something a share.
Recently, I've been taking a look at Tesla stock. Tesla makes some really beautiful cars. In fact, they're super popular, but not so much on Wall Street recently. You can see prices trading from all the way up here at around the 380 mark down to around $178.
Like, you know, a year ago or something like that. Frank and I visited a dealership. We love the stock, we love the cars, and wanted to be invested, but I was not able to pull the trigger back then, so that is what it is. Sometimes you miss out, sometimes you don't play it perfectly. So in this case, I actually bought this stock. I bought an initial cost basis. This is nuts, this is crazy. I bought $5,000 worth of the stock. You can see it here on the screen at, again, right around $499 per share. Currently, the market value on this Tesla investment is up to a market value of $23,669. That is nuts. That is insane to me. So that is an unrealized, keyword unrealized. I have not closed these trades. This is an investment that I hope to hold for the long term, and just, you know, up to date, it has been incredibly crazy to watch this thing run. But that is an unrealized profit and loss right now of $18,669 on this account, or a net percentage gain of 373% gains in this one stock, which to me, again, is mind-blowing. So this is, again, not meant to just be a flex or, you know, I made a bunch of money on this stock, which is nice and it's always cool. But let's talk about some of the key takeaways from this investment in a company that I really, really believed in. Although a lot of times you guys may know me on the channel as a forex trader, I do also trade and invest in stocks and in other areas of financial markets. I love markets in general. It's something that I've studied. And Tesla was something that, again, I really wanted to be involved in a long time ago. But my ego and my wantingness to buy that thing at the absolute low was the reason I didn't buy that stock back when it was at 200. Had I bought it at $200 a share, guys, it would be nuts. I would be up like 100 grand, not even kidding. It'd be up $100,000. So maybe the lesson here is not that, oh, Nick made good money on this, but maybe the lesson is to not let your ego get in the way. Maybe the lesson is to not think you know the market perfectly and to try and time the bottom, but rather to take an analyzed look at something, measure your risk, measure your reward, and ask yourself, is this worth taking the risk? I had no idea that Tesla would do this sort of thing, and I don't think most people do, or did, right? Because the stock tripled, it like quadrupled, it just went insane. And so there was no telling that that was going to happen. But there was, you know, back in the day, I loved this stock and I really wanted to own it. But again, my ego and wanting to get the bottom price and being the best, you know, timer of stocks ever got in the way of me investing in a stock that I really had an interest in a long time ago. So there was some profits that I left on the table by not getting involved then. So that is a lesson or a takeaway for me from this experience. But the other big lesson to me is also understanding that some of the biggest gains in markets come from letting your winners absolutely run. This doesn't matter if you're trading stocks, crypto, forex, doesn't matter. The idea is that when something is really going your favor, we as traders or investors capitalize or can capitalize on the big ones that really go in our favor, and that's where we're really going to make or break our trading career. If something goes in your favor, in my view, the best thing to do is to let it do its thing, right? If a market is in your favor, the wind is behind your sails. It's more probable that you could make big money by holding on to your winners rather than every time something goes into profit, just cutting the trade. I know a lot of you guys have sent messages to myself or on the email response team that we have, or even just the comments on YouTube. We get people who say, Nick, I struggle with taking my profits really quickly. A company that I own goes into profit and I say, oh, let me lock in these gains. Or my currency trades start going in my favor and I immediately take profits off the table. This to me with Tesla, when I first bought the share, I said to myself, I love this company. I love getting in. I think that the risk is far worth the potential reward. I took that entry and I said to myself, I'm not selling this stock just because it goes up. That was my thesis, right? I love the company, the fundamentals behind the company. I like Elon Musk. I think he does a great job. He's a groundbreaker. A lot of people don't like him, but I kind of like him because he is such a visionary. And so with that said, sometimes when something goes in your favor, that's your gift from the markets. That's your chance to cash out in the markets, is to let those winners really, really run. So I hope this was helpful to you. Again, not meant to be a flex. I know it is an incredible gain for me in my trading career. This is definitely the best trade that I've ever taken. But again, not just to flex. There's some lessons here that are recyclable for myself and hopefully for you guys as well. Thinking about your trading, thinking about your investment, be smart. Let those winners do their thing and get out of stuff that's not working. That's my opinion and my takeaways from this investment in Tesla. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you get something or got something out of it. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy, and we'll see you back in the next one.